Hey everyone, it's Ray. Welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, the Hildibrand episodes. In the last one, we tried to stop the Phantom Thief from trying to steal something, which we thought was a lovely lady, but it turned out to be the necklace she was wearing. We also dealt with Mandragoras and Hildibrand cross-dressing. So yeah, that was an episode. And it's currently raining in Costa del Sol. How fucking lovely. Anyway, Ellie, you're standing out in the rain. Time for the next batch of quests. 8-armed and dangerous. Rei'tan, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor's spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by Nether End Amaljan Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Frygris will be furnishing the prize himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Feargeist, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that it is rumored he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial artist enthusiast. With his position afforded him little opportunity to test his own skills, he set up for he sells for a living vicariously through the exploits of others, and his sponsorship of the tournament like the Mithril Cup. My colleagues in Ganelon is in Ul'dah covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet we would get something to get our investigation started. Alright. Sorry, I just ate, so my throat's a little fucked up, but gotta keep pushing through. Ul'dah, the Steps of Nald. Speak with Ganelon. Alright. Alright. And it's raining in Ul'dah, too? Seriously? Fan-fucking-tastic. Here we go, Ganelon. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. He's a friend of mine. Now what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie! This is the Mithralized Star Reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me at the higher-ups, okay? Well, let me tell you this. There's a strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all, it's a travesty, I tell you! Oh god, what are these weirdos? Hotch, Hugh, and Hayamo. Whatever's the matter, and pray tell, where is Hutchin? The four of you will compete in the cup together, yes? I fear that we have an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap, my arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough with your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Amo. In victory and in defeat, the Mantraville's fight is won. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into the fighting battle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you, I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sigoli. The Mantravilles. So was Hildibrand actually talking for real? Is he actually a monk? She's like the same. Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a trading partner they met at the Fist of Hrothgar, a man they most admire for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talks of attacks on the competitors, however. Of this I would hear more. Ah yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? Within mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's challenge? Gladiators dropping like flies? No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of this event. Where might I find him? Though the concerned sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are held by a fellow by the name of Dour Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum halls. I'll send word to the gate man, Yu Baya. He owns the Mithril Eye a favor, too. Splendid! Come, Rei'tan, we have got a case to crack. Alright. So, speak with Yu Baya in the Coliseum. Moving on in. Here you are. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the deal, yes? And you must be Dour Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate all you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Just moments ago, one fighter almost took another head off for insulting the color of his sublet. Looks we've got ourselves another. These two aren't in the entry books. Oh, it's these two chuckle fucks. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for this next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briardian, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman eschews violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dour Meadow, I presume? Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering what you might ask. Master Friagris has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Coliseum has ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Walden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find this outside Khan. The second and third prizes are nothing to sneeze at either, but I don't care how many faces he's got. You've got nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the Brass Blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it, I haven't all day. Yeah, I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't the master of many faces and another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, with what the ranks thin as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier. The more lucrative at that. Where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms, or were they legs? Ugh. You called? I was just about to give the lovely Sevilla the grand tour. Inspector, look at Hildibrand, look! He's purple. As astute as ever, Nashu, this color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just me, receptionist Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of the many bizarre creatures born from the recent experiment with the ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others, when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just wanted to live in peace. I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs around the Colosseum. And ever am I glad they did, I tell you. This job ain't glamorous, but sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Oh god, I feel dirty saying that. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. I know not who or where that you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Ooh, I just love when she talks tough. Now who's the chump who wanted to get pummeling by my lovely little Avi? Me? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little course. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Rei'tan Luca will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Rei'tan Luclaw? You do look like a Luclaw. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when a warrior light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinkin'? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers. And the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too? Show him where to sign, old T. Ugh. With Rei'tan, I suppose we have a good chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix. Avila, was it? She seems quite certain of her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Aha! I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. The Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot! As much as it sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, I might suggest that our first priority is to keep Rei'tan here safe. Let's return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us about these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave the task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Sure. Besides, I don't think anything could actually hurt me. I'm the warrior of fucking light. Anyway, back to Ganelon at the front of the Colosseum. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Alrighty, so I hope you all are enjoying the day. Has it stopped raining? Ah, it is a bright and cheery day. Ganelon? You again? I already told you that... What, entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you'll have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who have pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instinct tells me the girl's bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting back in the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? Pugilist Guild, eh? One of these days I need to pick up Monk and see how it is. Because I have a lot of... Well... You can see my jobs. Don't look at the Thaumaturge and Red Mage. I tried those and I hated them. Anyway, Raging Rat. Come to have a good laugh at Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. I'd say there's not a man in the entire realm with an ounce of sympathy. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, Gentleman Inspector. Gentleman and Inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten us to how exactly it was you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentleman, my arse, you ain't got a whit of decency. Never you mind. Look at the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. And if she weren't so damned easy on the eye, she'd be rotting in a jail as we speak. That girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage the entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Rei'tan. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. I'm just telling it as it is, as it were. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellows say, or perhaps she's working with an accomplice? She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well, yes? I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor! Ahem. What if the man says true, it's likely her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Whatever you say. Ample appendages, whirly wildlings, sending gusts of wind, flying every which way. Avila and Ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more oblivious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible, your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should be back in the Coliseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back to whensoever he came. Alrighty. Oh boy. And he's fucking off too. Alright, well, let's go talk with the squid. Or octopus. Whatever he is. I know who Ultros is. I've played Final Fantasy VI. He is a horrid piece of work. In this game and others. But back to the Coliseum. Hildi, my good man. Friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of this squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks, yet this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what's this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Ugh. Our quarry is on the move. Quick, Nashu, we must pursue. Okay. Let's head back out and speak with Nashu. Alright, you sweet little dits, what do you have to say? Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks! And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. We should douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector. Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Don't call me crazy, but I think he likes them? Yeah, I think he's just got a thing for girls. And that last one... Hold on to that thought for now. We have more Hildi to talk to. But price victory. Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, now perhaps we should return to our investigations. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dower Meadow back at the Coliseum should be able to enlighten us at her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Coliseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, on which we can follow her to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Isn't that just what she said? Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink it wrong, but then again, I am an octopus. Ugh, lovely. Alright, I believe it's this way? Just keep going back and forth in this area. But then again, it is the subject of everything, for this case. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for Avila, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over a coffin. Reckon you might still find her there. I warn you though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. The poor bugger Ganlon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She seemed to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might just be the ticket. I assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we shall ascertain the information we need. Without the fiery last even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Alright, Coffer and Coffin, if I recall right. Yep, by Blackbrush Station. And let's go ahead and move a little further down this way. Hildy, what have you got to say this time? Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, as to not set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you, there's no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine, may as well be written in stone. You do realize what this means. We have suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new area, just as Rauban al-Din won a new life for himself in the Coliseum, and shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of the people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we'll be kicked to the gutter by the old dons no longer, and with that, I must be off to Nanawa Mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. Could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Alrighty. Oh, Ultros. Trying to steal Avila from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosives will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? The distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector, it's far too elaborate to be one of mine. You think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're onto me? Preposterous. Maybe that musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks. I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might happen if an unsuspected passerby could chance upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! You gotta be kidding me! Sorry, Eltros. Getting a good beating. Alright. Nano Mines. That maiden in mining guard must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen in a bit closer. I thought we agreed, no hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Angelina. I've taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates values worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from estamines, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you could ever want will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the Uldan upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Alvi. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds of thousands cheering your name, I'm proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I could ask for. That's your problem, Hedgelina. You've always been so quick to settle for less than you're worth. Worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this. For us? For us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi. Unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear this has afforded us little in the way of productive clues. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs ever deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't but help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you hear what I just heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has it up to here with you. Did you think you could just fall... Did you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little boy? I'm talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound just one step closer? Closer? Not you, you idiot!
No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken delivery of investigating this hole in the ground. And I'm pleased to report there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Our hero. Now shall we return to Uda? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long. Last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Right? Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised by this turn of events. Jealousy has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. If you think that means I'm going to show mercy to you, you've got another thing coming. I'm to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I did 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around... Give me a break! Doing his voice is tearing my throat apart. Alright, Gate of Nald. Oh god. Let's teleport so I can get there a little faster. And now we head south towards Ulda. Doo-doo-doo. Here we go. Hildibrand. Why are you acting so odd? Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about.
This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to that little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. My chimera! Who's that half-naked fool?
Father, could it be the order of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear, and with that we must return to Uldar. If you've not heard, your son is set to compete in the Mithril Cup. Ooh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mandeville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man's the Inspector's father?
Remind me to never go out on one of their family reunions. Ah, just who is this Inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival if there ever were one.
Oh, that wasn't him. Who goes there? Sorry, that wasn't Ultros, that was someone else. Hildy, Rei'tan, I have waited for this day.
Oh, looky who we have here. Quite the intimidating gent yourself. Friend of the Inspector, mayhaps?
I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the Inspector's friend as his enemy.
Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, because this just might be our lucky day.
Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Rei'tan is a formidable foe.
That sounded like high praise coming from a big fellow like yourself. To have such powerhouse as a sidekick. The Inspector must be something else indeed.
I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Rei'tan, I will not fall so easily this time.
Well, looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But that venture was too strong to take on alone. I'll just have to bring along a friend.
Supplely twisting ring, calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Oh boy.
Nobody here but us octopodes!
The Looking forward to your next life as a masterpiece, fiend. Oh god.
Muscleheads, I hate them!
Oh boy. Beware the Manderville men. Alright. We now go into the Colosseum area. And we shall finish off this quest and continue on with the next one. Let's see. There we go. There's the end of the quest. Hildy! Good heavens, chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite the crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Alright. The trouble with truffles. Good heavens, we haven't had much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves of the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponent may employ, I must not, I will not lower myself to their level. Alrighty. Let's head on in. And here we go. Ultros is up there.
Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus, I tell ya. They don't pay me enough for this. And that'll be changed soon, isn't it, buddy? Hrothgar.
Ah, Mr. Ultros. Just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us to as... Ye gods, who gave you those nasty, ghastly bruises?
Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost, I'm a busy octopus.
Hrothgar. Ouch, you have my sympathies, good sir. Is it challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8? Is there someone inside your office?
No, what gave you that idea? I simply, fumigating the place for pests. Pests like yourself. Now don't you have a battle to go fight?
Hrothgar! Inspector, I think something's alive in there.
It's just me. Talking to myself, yes. Hrothgar. Gods, yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun.
Battered, bruised, and beset by vermin, and still find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Rei'tan, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. You say that. Don't worry. Hildibrand will rub off on you soon enough. But anyway, what do you want to say, Briardian? Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? Here's the gist so far. I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune to raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the mystical cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our 8-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros is becoming something of a regular at Uldah's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he's using his inside knowledge in the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats. thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of that Alamegan girl's strength. That remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Rei'tan. One of the guards has informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum's reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It's a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I'd ask you bring them to me. Oh, so I'm digging through fucking trash. And fucking tastic. So, checking the map. Alright. And this is Pearl Lane. Coliseum refuse. That's one. There's two. And over here is number 3. Sheesh, they just throw shit around here. Alright, let's make our way back. This way, I presume? Yes. Finally, I have a moment to rest my throat. This chapter is really doing a number on it. I might need to take a couple of lozenges and a break before I finish off the last chapter of this. I'm doing this all in one go, so... And it's been a while since I've done recording, so... Bear with me if my voice starts to degrade over time. Now what do we hear? Ah yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails, and... What's this? A sack, even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in. If that can't be believed, then look here. Something appears to be written on its side. Synthgot Sundries. It would seem that this merchant has had dealings with the squishy mass of tentacles. Let's pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Alright. Once again, we are moving back out. Checking the map. Just directly ahead. Synthgot, here we go. Welcome, welcome. And what might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? Sorry, sir, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultra send you? I'll be asking the question here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? My entire sack full of gold truffles, can you believe it? With the impressive price and that, distinctive aroma. They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Master Ultros clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Will these truffles be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Briardian, it wounds me that you would sneak off and conduct your investigations without me. And to steal away Rei'tan here? This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. This is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won many a heart of an Ul'dan gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? My mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears that the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let's make haste back to the Colosseum. Alrighty. The Colosseum Conundrum. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battle begins. Here's the plan, Rei'tan. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have attained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? Fine, fine. Not like I couldn't handle it anyway. There we go. Right here, Dower Meadow. There you are! I was this close to starting the melee without you. But I'd be remiss not to tell you there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant has stuffed for a last-minute energy, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across the town are raking in the gil. Which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Firegrist himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking good. Looking bright for old Dower Meadow it is. So what say ye? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? Let's get into this. Aye, and that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. Mithril Cup, brought to you by our ever charitable friends at Emulsion & Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern, is about to begin. Who will stand atop the head of maimed bodies and twisted limbs? The claim victory. Will it be the tempestuous Ava of Alamigo? Rei'tan, the famed warrior of light? Or who is this grinning fool again? Ah, that's right. Umberbanch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Umberbanch. Or will it be our 11th hour entry? Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain. Here I am. Did you miss me? Aye, I say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take to your positions and let the battles begin. Alrighty, let's get this over with.
Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive.
And you'll receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. Look at Avila's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They brim tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. You are next. Well, go on, honey. Try as you might. You're not going to win.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets away with these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm, literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute! Roasted truffles?
Braised in a savory sauce. Braised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from.
meddling musclehead!
What's he taking so damn long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open the gates at once. Oh hey, it's Typhon.
Hrothgar?
What is that monstrosity?
Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps?
What fascinating fiends you have, Ulti. Friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Perhaps he's suffering from a case of the sniffles.
Hrothgar!
Could it be? Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools.
Don't look at me, it was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus.
You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend.
I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower. Uncle Ulti's ever lied to you?
What did I tell you? I knew she was something fishy about that I am not finishing that sentence. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck off. But I just wanted to... My sister.
I feel for the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now if Uncle Ulti may be so bold... I say we call it the melee and have a final showdown between me and the 3 remaining competitors. It would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Ray here. What do you say, Mr. Warrior Light?
Sure. Aye, that's what we want to hear. See? Ultros! 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 Well, this is the most unexpected turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm is settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Oh, poor Hildibrand. He's stuck up there. Alright, he did not fight as a gentleman. So to review, the truffles were to elicit a seize from the octopus's oversized crony, which would have positioned so far as it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Rei'tan. Let's make for Halatali. Alright. First off, I'm going as a tank because I know this is going to take forever. Hunt. If I recall right, it's Little Alamigo. Oh, it's Camp Drybone. I'm an idiot. Oh, well, I just wasted a little gil, but no worries. Alright, let us head south. And make our way there. Alright, Dower Meadow. Well, this is turning into a right mess, but with all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for that melee, Looks like I won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give it North Zars. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, eh? And the dragon's neck is now accessible. Alright, the dragon's neck. And join. Come on, there we go. And now we wait. I'm getting a drink. Oh, there we go. That took a while, but here we go. Alright, tank's ready. We're just waiting on DPS. Come on, don't leave me waiting. Don't leave me hanging. DPS. Please, come on, DPS. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Made me wait till the last very fucking second. Okay, here we go. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here, atop the dragon's neck. If all members of the team fall off the platform, they forfeit the match. Let the battle begin.
Seafood soup is on the menu today, kids.
Alright. That guy's got Ultros, I've got Typhon. Ooh. Alright, he's blasting behind him. So the gimmick with this is that they'll transfer life to one another to keep them relatively healthy. And Ultros will turn people into kappas. And now he's going to be doing, Oh, I got knocked out. Snort salt. Ah, it's this one. Basically, you have to just kind of keep away from the blast, otherwise you'll fall off. This is a bit of a weird fight. Alright. And Ultros is down, and so is Typhon. That was simple enough. That took long. That took quicker than I think.
Thwarted again, I feel like such a sucker.
Calamari, anyone? And Rei'tan claims the Mithril Cup. Oh, everyone already left. I could tell because I was unable to obtain the wind-up Ultros. Alrighty, I did get a commendation, but that's fine. Alright. Back to Reaper. I would have stayed as Reaper for this. Well, I'm staying as Reaper for the glam, but for these fights, I need the tank privilege. Because it's going to make me wait even longer otherwise. Good show, Rei'tan. Your performance has earned us a front row seats at the awards ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. Alright. Let us go then. And here we go. Dower Meadow. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Feargeist himself, the Warden's Grace, timeless treasure of the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that has earned the attention of Eosia's most prominent pilfer. Above you! Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not. The main event is about to begin. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Mandeville name. I think not, Hildegard. Greg? Tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Hmm? Rei'tan, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Vile thief! There's not a shred of honor in you! Return my weapon at once! Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only.
Now it's raining truffles? But the battle's already... Mr. Typhon, just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere.
Hunger! Enkidu. Oh, that's actually moving me. And away they go. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Mandeville man. Good lord, he's terrifying. But of course, brilliant father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Heliodor, Maximilian Mandeville? Skyward, as only a Mandeville can! Father, you know your own strength! Okay? $997, $998, $999. Oof. Enkidu. And downward as only a Mandeville man can. By that I mean completely cratered. These legs, they look strangely familiar. Oh, good lord. Ah, put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results, save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling that this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. That key! Bloody hells! God, seize the fiend at once! Oh boy. And it was just the fake. And he's already gone. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry. It's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Any face fiend or no, the man spoke true. A Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Oh, really now? Preposterous, it's just the dim lighting. Yes, of course, if you step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. Yeah, how about you talk later? After you've been interrogated. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, lost for a false treasure. What a fool I've been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself, Miss Avila. Why, it is exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Angelina and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to your not of mind to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Oh boy. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not be easily regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. Good on you. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as a fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend had stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Zima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry. All relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Beladians. Oh, if that's so, then the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Beladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging the honest men of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cars will appear at the scene to tell us just as much. Now where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, that is a big card. And there goes Squash Flat Manderville. Poor Typhon. Had a sneezy day. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So if this is the thief's final challenge to us... But what of these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged by the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that. It seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics of Belladia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day. If rumors are to be believed, it would seem that it's all the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading Moogle and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is this any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. The quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Ahaha, then it will be to his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher a rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Is that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. Why are you on the floor, Hildibrand? Quest complete. And here we go. The race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the Fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed. Will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville man can? Hildibrand will return in her last vow. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And now that and how did you freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well. See you next time. God. Bye-bye. Oh god, I love this series so much. So yeah. That'll be it for this episode. Took a bit longer to record this than I would have liked, but we got pretty far, and, well, the next episode will be the last episode of the ARR Hildibrand episodes. So, I hope you all look forward to that. And as always, this is Ray, signing out. Later, guys, and have a good day.